What is going on, YouTube?
I was gonna forget to talk in the mic. I was like, yo.
What's going on, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in on Mixed Media episode 12. Hope you guys are having a lovely Tuesday despite the weather here in Chicago. It's kind of odd seeing some broad daylight in our episodes. We're usually filming at night.
Yeah, it's definitely a gloomy day, but we here at the apartment enjoy our gloomy days.
We have to take advantage of those gloomy days.
It's just so therapeutic. At least for me. I enjoy this weather. I love rain.
It's not too bad riding our bikes in the rain either. Although there were days where I dreaded it, like I gotta ride my bike and it's raining. Like.
But that was before we had like our what's it called? The water guard. We didn't have helmets at the time. We weren't prepared, so I think that's why we were kind of dreading.
Yeah.
But now I feel like we're more prepared when it comes to Chicago weather.
Chicago weather, especially as bikers. So if you guys are having a gloomy day, step out, grab an umbrella, enjoy the rain.
Even if it's just like a little walk.
Yeah, down the block. Like I, as a photographer myself, I absolutely love taking pictures in the rain.
Yeah, those kind of impromptu. Like it's very impromptu, like it's not scheduled, and it's just like you have your camera, you don't know what you're gonna shoot, but I think those are the most exciting times.
Agreed. Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, you're right.
We didn't introduce ourselves.
Oh gosh. Oh, so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We're your hosts, live with Enrique.
Ariana Villalon.
And this is Mixed Media episode 12. Thanks for tuning in. Episode 12. Yeah, because I always jump in saying, hey, YouTube, thanks for tuning in on today's episode of Mixed Media. Yeah, so on.
Hopefully soon we'll have our tag, our ats.
Our ats at the bottom.
Yeah, just so that we don't have to say our names.
You don't like saying your name, huh?
No, I'm kidding.
Wow, that's a little rude. Well, why don't we just jump right into today's topic where we're talking about short films and feature films. Movies, or just films in general. Yeah, movies. Yeah. I wanted to start off by, sort of going through and talking about, some of our favorite movies and some recommendations. Why don't you start off with your recommendations?
Yeah, so mine is kind of scattered when it comes to what I say has had an influence on me in life. The first one coming to mind is Spirited Away. I enjoy that. That's probably one of my favorite films.
Okay.
I mean, it is animated.
I mean, it's still a movie.
That's no surprise.
Yeah, it's still a movie.
But from beginning to end, it was such a beautiful film. And so I would say that's one of my first ones. The second one, just because now I'm trying to think, like we watched it so many times together. And even before we were together, I was obsessed with it. Inception. That would be my next one.
With Leo.
With Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's a good one.
And then my third one, dang, this is hard. Keep in mind, these are ones that are just coming to my head, to be honest. So Spirited Away, Inception, and dang, 3 is hard. I'm trying to think any recent ones. You know what? The most recent one, I'd say, is Tenet. That one was mind blowing. Just how it was shot. Like I've never seen anything like that, and I feel like a lot of people would also make that comment. If you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It was an incredible film. Like it was nothing that I've seen before. Yeah. And I feel like that's the goal of shorts, films, is that it's supposed to take you to another world or make you feel like you aren't where you are, Yeah. So I say those are my top 3.
Awesome. Well, in this week's entertainment media.
Oh, our recommendations?
our recommendations.
Wait, you didn't name your 3 though.
Yeah, I know, but you never introduced the segment.
Oh, sorry. Maybe you should have started this.
She said well, I was the lead of the conversation, so you're right. No, yeah, I think my recommendations, I just hate it. I remember being at work, and I was so embarrassed. I don't know why I was embarrassed. I think it's because there's like a stigma behind it, but or like people poke fun at people who like musicals, but
oh, I already know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, my top favorites. I'm gonna start off with musicals. My number 1 has to be La La Land.
Oh my god, I completely okay, yeah, definitely.
My second musical would probably be Across the Universe.
I have never known. I never watched that film before you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was definitely a good watch.
Yeah,
and you're obsessed with that one.
Yeah. And then Moulin Rouge is my third.
Oh my god, you introduced that one to me too.
Yeah, I love Moulin Rouge. I don't know why. I just remember I forgot. I just remember being at the theater, and one of the handicap seats was available. And I was like, you know what, to get a better seat, I'm just going to move forward. So I left my family up in like the top row because I just wanted to be closer to the screen.
Yeah.
And as the trailers were playing, Across the Universe trailer played. And I was just like blown away by the colors, by the musical. And I was just like, and I think a modern day version of that would be La La Land, but I just love how La La Land is all original scored.
Yeah.
Like Across the Universe is like covers of the Beatles, right? Of course, with its own storyline, its own characters and stuff like that. And yeah, I just looked back at my parents and especially at my mom, and I was just like, like I dropped my jaw because
let's go watch that movie.
Right, because my parents are the ones that introduced me to Moulin Rouge. And then from there, like, I watched that obsessively. I remember Mary Poppins was probably one of my favorite movies.
That was a good one.
The original one. I have actually yet to see the updated Mary Poppins. Actually,
yeah, I'm not too familiar with the updated one, but
yeah, I definitely want to go see that one. It's already out. I think it's on Disney, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's been out for like years, 2 years maybe. And yeah, I don't know. Some of my favorite movies are musicals. And I remember when we had like an icebreaker at work, and we were in this training room, and the trainer asked, "Okay, Enrique, your turn. What are some of your favorite movies?" And I literally went Moulin Rouge, Across the Universe, and I forgot what other movie that I named, but this was before La La Land. And then she goes, "Oh, so you really like musicals?" And I got so red. I got so embarrassed. I'm like, I didn't look at these movies like musicals. I was like, holy crap, yeah, I do like musicals. It's super strange, but like the type of person I am, I love singing.
I was just going to say that I think it's that element of, as you repeatedly watch these, you're picking up on the songs, and some of them are covers, so you're familiar with the Beatles.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like another way the movie gets you to interact with it.
Yeah.
It's like another dimension, gives another element to you're not just watching a movie, you're interacting with the movie by singing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think you enjoyed that.
Yeah, I actually now think I kind of want to watch La La Land tonight, just for a good cry and to sing along.
Oh no.
Yeah, actually, Justin Hurwitz.
Oh my god, you just reminded me of another film, and I'm surprised neither of us said it, because you said Justin. It reminded me of Justin Long. Comet.
Yeah, Comet. Yeah, well, I just named the musicals. I didn't name my actual favorite films.
Oh, okay.
I have
You're
like
just
a
highlighting
musicals, right? Because I remember it was a significant time when I was working, and I just remember being embarrassed, like, oh, dang, I like musicals. Like, that's embarrassing. Like, I did watch High School Musical when it came out. I watched, a couple others, and now looking back at them, I'm like, these aren't good. I don't like one musical that's very controversial and I always get ish for is Mamma Mia. I cannot get down with Mamma Mia. Like, that musical is just not for me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's hard for me to just watch, to be honest with you. But yeah, as far as like other movies that I'm really into, I'm into hero films. You know that. We talked about the MCU, not only the TV show, but movies as well. I like those just to like, I don't know, 'cause it helps me reminisce of like the days where I did read a lot of comics.
Yeah.
And I was reading a lot of comics at the time. So I guess that's why I like hero films. But you introduced me to anime and mangas, and that you sort of eased me into it as well, and not only showing me like Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo, you also showed me Studio Ghibli movies.
Oh yeah.
And that helped me ease into it. I think the first one you showed me was Spirited Away.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of your starter pack when it comes to Studio Ghibli films.
And they say it's the best one. I look forward to looking at the animation one. They're all animated, obviously, but
the most recent one, I think the Sun
made that one.
Yeah, the 3D, is that what it is?
The 3D one. Yeah, 3D animation.
I forgot the name of it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, like I love those movies as well. I also love like horror films. I absolutely love Scream movies. Those are so good. Like, who dresses up like a ghost and goes out and killing their friends? Like, what? Like, that was such a plot twist. I absolutely love those. The Conjuring ones were all right. There are too much jump scares and not enough like the story itself is scary. But there are others.
Like more like fillers.
Right, exactly. I also, I just love all types of film. I know Emma has been kind enough to share some of her knowledge from school. She's shown me some international films. One that was actually inspired, La La Land was inspired by this film, was Academy. It's a French film, I'm sorry. Something about the Umbrella or Academy, not Umbrella Academy. Wow, I'm gonna look it up. Wow. But she showed me that one. She's more into movies than I am, but I do love films. I also love like thrillers like Inception or stuff like that. So I don't know. It's hard for me to sort of give if I had a gun pointed to my head, like,
oh my God, why would you
choose 3 movies to recommend to me right now, or I kill you on the spot?
What?
I would have to say Tenet for sure.
Yeah.
The most recent one. That one definitely inspired me. We need to watch it again. That's probably my number 1. Number 2 is Interstellar.
Oh, yeah, that one is a good one.
The music, it just takes me away. And I said Tenet, Interstellar, and my third one has to be a musical, La La Land.
Yeah.
I can always count on that movie to make me cry. Like, all right, let's see here. I looked it up. 10 big influences on La La Land. It's a French film. Guys, let me know in the chat below. I know you guys know this. Oh, it's the very first one. And this is a beautiful movie. The only reason why I didn't like... no, that's not it. No, Casablanca. That one's actually a really good one. I like Casablanca. Rebel with a Cause.
Maybe go back up. Maybe the name was at the top.
Jeez Louise. This is the movie. Something brochure. Not brochure. Bordeaux. It's gonna kill me that I don't know the dang name of this stinking film. It says 10 reasons or 10 movies that inspired it, and it only lists 5. What? Oh wait, here it is. Here it is. I'm like, what kind of tomfoolery is this? How are you gonna say 10 and not even show the umbrellas of Cherbourg? Cherbourg. It's a place in France, but essentially, this one is a musical. Legitimately, the entire movie through dialogue they sing. Some of the dialogue isn't sung, but for the most part, it's just singing the entire way through. And it's so vibrant in color, and the love story is so similar to La La Land, where you know that they love each other so much, but then they have to separate. The only thing is, without ruining the umbrellas of Cherbourg, is, you know, it's not as dramatic at the end. So you know, at the end of La La Land, it's very sort of dramatic. It takes you through the sequence of what they've been through,
of what they could have been.
Yeah, exactly. That isn't so much played.
Emphasized.
Right, exactly. It's very like straight, blunt, to the point. I did shed a tear, one tear, with this movie, but for all of those who do know me, I cry a lot when it comes to La La Land. Like, I'm like shedding like a baby. But yeah, I was just like, wow, I can see where the directors of La La Land gained their inspiration when I saw this film. I was like, wow, this is so beautiful. I would love to show you anytime.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one.
But yeah, if I had to recommend 3, go watch Tenet, Interstellar, and La La Land. Those are my top 3. But yeah, let's get into a little bit of the history of film. So although the history of film and an artistic medium wasn't really clearly stated as like an art form, or like there's no defined time frame on when the history of film was like defined as an artistic medium.
Oh, like seen as a medium.
Right.
In the arts.
There's been public screenings of 10 of Lumiere brothers short films. Lumiere brothers short films in Paris on December 28th of 1895 that is. And yeah, that's where cinematic motion pictures, you know, really took off. So, you know, there's obviously a bunch of history. I never took art history in college. I should have. I absolutely should have, because I would have loved to dive in deeper into this. But yeah, I think it's beautiful how it's evolved and how you can look back at some films and they don't feel old.
Yeah, like, they're like timeless.
The Godfather, for example.
I've never seen that. But
I forget you haven't seen a lot of movies, actually.
Older movies. And I don't know, I feel like I always ask you to watch them, but you never in the mood to. I mean, I should just be able to watch them by myself.
Right.
Because I've been wanting to watch Taxi Driver. I heard that one is good.
She's never seen Taxi Driver.
With Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro, yeah.
When he was very young.
Yeah.
Completely.
I've always watched, like, when it comes to older films, I always watched comedic older films. So, like, Bad News Bears. I guess that one wasn't
Step
too
Brothers.
old.
Yeah, you watched that.
Those aren't old though. I mean, like older ones. My gosh, what's his name? The one with the mustache. Why am I blanking on this right now? Yeah, I don't know. There's just more. I'd like to dive into those, but sometimes I feel like, you know, times were different. Or, for instance, more so action. Like, I love Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is so good.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I know. Reservoir Dogs, that one's a little bit more...
I feel like my younger sister always has an eye for good films and shows and stuff. So I always go to her.
And then not to mention her boo absolutely loves films.
I mean, he's trying to pursue a career in acting. So he watches a lot of really old films. Like... Yeah. Really old. Remember that Alien one that we saw with him? It was black and white.
No, I don't.
And it, I think, what's the actor's name from Star Wars? And he was not Anakin.
Obi-Wan? The one from Moulin Rouge?
No. The other one. The one with Chewbacca.
Oh,
Wait, is it Chewbacca? No.
Henry Ford.
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. What did I say?
Henry. Harrison Ford was, I believe, in that black and white film.
I did say Henry. Oopsie.
Remember, and it was that big like blob monster. I believe we watched it here. It was the 4 of us. I don't think you particularly liked it. But yeah, he loves like old films.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It was Aliens, and I forgot what. What was it about? And you said it was in black and white.
Yeah, I don't remember the name, but
what was it like the? What was like the storyline of it like?
They were like in a colder environment and they were doing research. I believe they were like scientists researching something, and then slowly the researchers were getting killed and they were trying to figure out what that monster was, and they ended up finding out it was some type of, I don't know if it was an alien eating everybody. And I believe Harrison Ford was one of the main characters. But yeah, it was definitely
and it was in black and white?
Yeah, it was all in black and white.
You should look it up and let me know what it is.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it. Maybe I'll just say black and white alien movie.
You know what? I'm going to do that right now. Black and white alien movie.
And then type in Harrison Ford. No, H-A.
Oops. Harrison Ford.
Movie. Oh, you wrote movie in there.
Oops.
Do images?
This one?
No.
Aliens.
No.
He did really good with Indiana Jones.
Maybe he wasn't in it, but
yeah.
But actually, looking at the photos, I love 007 James Bond movies.
Oh, those are so good. Those are good action films. You can definitely kind of. Mine was my favorite with that. I think it was an Aston Martin, that green Aston Martin that climbed on snow. I think Halle Berry was in that one. Do you know which one I'm talking about? Like another Die Another Day or something like that.
Oh yeah,
something like that.
And the music.
Yeah, and the old Blade Runner too. Yo, the effects were so funny back then for Blade Runner with Harrison Ford, but the new Blade Runner is absolutely amazing.
Speaking of, why didn't I even think about that?
Do you like Blade Runner?
Oh my god,
give me your thoughts on Blade Runner.
The second one. Oh, we have ourselves being recorded. Oh my god, Blade Runner 2? Is that? Oh no, Blade Runner 1970. What was it called?
I know which. Yeah.
The one with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. I mean, Harrison Ford was also in this one.
Well, no, yeah, he was, but he was
2049.
Okay, Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
That one was a good one.
I don't think you have to watch Blade Runner, the first one, 'cause it kind of made sense to me.
Yeah, it was.
Watching it.
I actually enjoyed it. I didn't really mind it.
But the use of the colors, the lighting, it was so beautiful. Oh, and then Ana de Armas.
Oh my gosh.
That was one of her earlier films. She looked like such a baby.
Yo.
She did so well.
She was so beautiful in that film. She's one of my favorite actresses. And why don't we actually expand on that? Why don't you give us one of your top 3 favorite actors and then top 3 favorite actresses?
Well, actresses are also called actors.
Okay. Well, give me 3 male and 3 female.
I'm just kidding.
3 women and 3 men. Jeez.
My first one will be Leonardo DiCaprio.
Ugh.
I don't know. There's just something about from
He's a beautiful
Titanic
man.
and
Yeah,
on.
he's
Even before that, there was I was just obsessed with his films because
his look.
he was very selective. I can't think of a film that I don't enjoy watching him in.
It's true. Actually, there's been like articles where he says like, or his agent or his manager said he was very selective on the films that he would do. I think my favorite role that he ever did was probably in I was gonna say Tenet, Revenant.
Oh my god, I want to rewatch that one because that one was really well. But Shutter Island was really good.
You know I love Shutter Island.
We recently watched that.
I know we recently rewatched it, and
it got our minds going because even after we watched,
I started rewatching
Easter eggs
immediately after.
Yeah, oh yeah,
I did.
After we watched it together, Enrique ended up watching it in the bedroom. And I was getting ready to go to sleep, and I was like, "You're gonna rewatch the movie,
right? Like right after we had finished
it wasn't
watching
surprising because we were watching what's it called, Easter egg videos or 10 things that you might have missed in Shutter Island, because the ending could have gone. There was multiple endings to it. It's just really how you interpret.
Same with Inception.
Yeah. The final scene. Like, is he crazy or is he kind of now like he's feeling like he's obligated to kind of end it there because of what had gone before. And then
not to end or like to ruin the ending, but when Mark Ruffalo said his actual name, he like
the way he responded.
Yeah, made it seem like, wait a second, he's not. But I believe it's because what he'd been through was just too traumatizing for him to accept reality.
Yeah, that was such a great film. Yeah, highly recommend Shutter Island.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that one. Yeah, that one just blows my mind. I forgot, what were we saying? Oh, Revenant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely loved how that was Leo's first Oscar, and the first thing he says is climate change. Like, he was like, thank you for the award, but climate change is very real. I said, dang, this is like, he's really looking out, you know? Like, he took his time to shine, or when he had an opportunity to gloat, like, I finally won my first one, you know? Or, like, it's about time the Academy finally recognized my work. Instead of, like, going in any other direction, he wants to look out for the planet, and he's like, climate change is real. We need to make a change. We need to make we need to take a stance. You know,
it's a huge issue still going on, and like he took his platform to focus on much greater things. Not saying that his work is nothing,
right?
But to him, it's just like he used his platform in such a phenomenal way. During a time that, he was well deserved of an Oscar even before then, but he still kind of went that route, which was really amazing to see.
Very admirable. Mm-hmm. Very
humble.
Humble, yeah, exactly. So Leo is your number one.
Or you give your first.
My first? My number one? Ooh.
Not your number one, just someone that you can
someone that I enjoy?
Yeah.
I want to say, dang, I don't know. I'm torn between,
well, you got three.
What's his son's name? I'm torn between the Tom Hardy, 'cause I absolutely love Tom Hardy. And his father. Why am I forgetting his dang name?
Samuel Jackson?
No, that's terrible.
Wait,
Washington.
the Tenant.
Washington. What's his last name's Washington? What did Melly say? Who?
Yeah, wait. Who? Dude, Tenant. What's his name? Type in his name and just type dad. What the heck? Why are you?
Okay. John.
John David Washington's father. Who's his dad? Denzel
Washington. Damn it. Yes.
Are you sure he's one of your favorites? 'Cause you can't even remember his name.
Well, he had like a bunch of good. He had a bunch of good movies, like
I'm kidding.
Training Day and
very good actor.
yeah, absolutely. Like I absolutely love like he played one movie that I don't know that I want to get into 'cause it looks that bad, but Equalizer, I think. Hold on, let me look. References. Let me look at some references. I think there was no, I'm sorry. Equalizer I'm so sorry. Please hold, ladies and gentlemen. She said, "Are you sure he's your favorite? 'Cause you don't remember his name." No, Equalizer was good. I think I liked the first one. The first one wasn't bad. Oh, and he did a good job in The Little Things. I didn't really like the movie per se. The one with Jared Leto. Rami Malek is probably my second favorite. He's really good.
Oh yeah.
He did a phenomenal job in Mr. Robot. Like, woo. But no, I'm torn between Tom Hardy and Denzel.
Well, I mean, you can pick them both. You have 3.
Okay, those are my number ones.
Okay.
Who's your number 2?
Who else do I enjoy watching? Oh, shut down. Timothy Chalamet. Chalamet. I enjoy his recent films 'cause he's been in a lot since he's been acting for when he was pretty. I mean, he's still fairly young, but he was in that movie with like Selena Gomez, and I forgot who else. But I've enjoyed his most recent films. And someone else who kind of is equal to him, I've been enjoying recently Robert Pattinson.
I'm excited to see his portrayal on Batman and where he takes that character. I said, "Who are you?" He said, "I'm vengeance." I said, "Whoa." I said, I kind of like what you did with your voice there. Like, I'm excited to see where they take it. But yeah, I would have to agree. Robert Pattinson is good. I can't blame him for Twilight. That wasn't on him. He just did his job. He just did it for the paycheck, you know. Who's my number 2? I would probably stick with Rami Malek for my number 2.
Also very good.
He's just so good. I'm excited to see his new role in the No Time to Die, the new 007. Ana de Armas is in that one too. Ooh, she looks so badass and so beautiful. Anywho, before I start falling in love, my number 3. Who's deserving of my number 3? Who is deserving of my number 3? I kind of want to say Leo, but you said Leo, so I don't want to say Leo.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He's also really good.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, yeah. I like probably one of my favorite roles from him is where he's like Jim Tan Laundry. And he's all about sex with Scarlett Johansson.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
What's the name of that movie?
I forgot.
Yeah, he's so funny, and he played Robin good. Well, he didn't even get a chance to get Robin on the big screen, but no, yeah, he's a good actor because I actually absolutely love 500 Days of Summer with Zoe Deschanel. That one I related to. At the time that I watched that movie, I was like, forget her. But no, he was very toxic, and I believe at that time I was pretty toxic too, because just the way like he obsessed over her, you know, like it was unhealthy. You know, it was one-sided. His communication was terrible. That's what you don't want your relationship to be. You know what I mean?
True.
You're right. I was gonna say someone, but you distracted me with Joseph, 'cause he's good. Justin Long is also a good one. I just feel like with Justin Long's characters, it's always like a narcissistic, egotistic, smart ass.
Like a know-it-all.
Yeah, except for Giri Haji in the show, although that's not a movie. In the show,
He played it really well.
he did, but I still felt that sort of
Like it was like a role he's already done so many times.
right, similar to Ryan Reynolds. Like I feel like Ryan Reynolds, whatever movie I'm watching, I still hear Deadpool. I hear him.
I mean, that's difficult. Like if you for a good example would be, the Harry Potter cast. Like that's like what's it called? It's a blessing and a curse, 'cause that was like a franchise for how many times? Like how many years?
And now they only see him as Harry Potter.
Yeah, like when I watch his films, he does have other films that, I enjoy watching of his, but yeah, I still kind of think of Harry Potter.
When you
know, and like with Star Wars, like Christian Haydenson, he's also a really good actor. I enjoy his other movies, but when I think of him, I always think of Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah.
And I think that's the it's difficult to be an actor because you can get stuck being associated with a certain character and not being able to kind of, be a chameleon and always be associated with that role.
Yeah. And for a while, it does suck, because for a while I did see Leo as Jack from the Titanic, for a long time, until his roles started like maturing, and so did his acting.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like that's different for each actor too. But who's another one? I'm probably just gonna have to put Leo at my number 3, 'cause he's a really good actor as we speak on him. Okay, and how about your females?
Yeah. The first one that I'm comes to mind is Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore.
Her spirit, everything about her, she's so quirky, and she seems very free spirited. And the roles that she's been in, I've enjoyed very much. Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels is a good choice.
That was a good. Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu, wasn't it?
Yeah, Lucy Liu. Yeah.
Yeah. Phenomenal actors.
Cast.
Actresses.
Yeah. It was really cheesy. I believe Charlie's Angels is super cheesy, but I like it.
It was during that time when everyone was kind of like, acting is no big deal. Like, let's not make a big deal about it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was very easygoing.
Yeah. That's a good pick. That's a good number 1.
Oh, Halle Berry. I find her.
Yeah, I was gonna say Halle Berry or oh my gosh. The other Catwoman, the one we just talked about her because she's in Bruno Mars song.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer. There you go. Yeah. Michelle Pfeiffer would probably have to be my number 2. Halle Berry is my number 1 though, only because she's so beautiful. She takes my breath away.
I love her. What?
You're number 2.
Already named a few. Lucy Liu, Halle Berry.
So the entire cast of Charlie's Angels. Is
Cameron Diaz, here and there. Yeah. I wouldn't say she's in my top. I'm trying to think. Natalie Portman. I enjoy her films.
She's really good.
She's very, very.
I'm excited to see her in the new Thor come back as Thor. Oh, probably give some spoilers away, but oops, YOLO.
I mean, I know she's probably well known for New Girl, but Zooey Deschanel, the films that she's been in.
Okay.
I did watch like a short YouTube of how she kind of picked her roles to fit her character. Very quirky, very kind of, dainty, clumsy kind of. But I still think she's a great actress.
Yeah, absolutely. She definitely I feel like she still throws herself into the roles. Like if you do look at New Girl, like the craziest things that she did on set or like out in public, obviously it was controlled with extras and stuff like that, but I still feel like she's a really good actress, and especially in 500 Days of Summer too.
Yeah, both of
She was
them.
good at
It was
playing
just
like
perfectly casted.
yeah, she was really good at playing the
You know what
shy
else?
and timid.
Who I enjoy. Constantine is also another film that I enjoy watching. That actress, in that one, the lead, and then the actress in Inception. They look kind of similar, but they're two different actors. I also enjoy her.
Is it the? No, it's not the same actress.
No, it's not.
No. But I know the two actresses that you're speaking of.
Oh, Salma Hayek.
Salma Hayek. Yeah, she's had some really good roles.
Wasn't she in Zorro?
Yeah, she was in Zorro. There's a Spanish film, I forgot what it's called, but I remember it's about love and this guy with long hair, and then he turned his guitar case into a gun or something like that. If you guys know what movie I'm talking about, go ahead and hit it up in the comments.
Oh, Benicio del Toro, another great actor.
He's really good. I at first, when you told me you thought he was handsome, I said, what? I said, this man? But the more I looked at him, I was just like, yeah, he is kind of handsome. I agree. Yeah, I just didn't see it at first. I had to like take a long hard look at his face, but especially when he was younger too. Yeah, he's a hot piece of ass back in the day. But age will get to you, and so will the wrinkles. It's all gonna happen to us. It's all gonna happen to us. Cool. And last, before we end the episode, is there any recent movies that really spoke to you, or do you have any favorite trilogies?
I mean, before you introduce Star Wars, 'cause that definitely I enjoyed from beginning to end. Before that I had some history about it. I watched, I was in and out, but I never watched it from beginning to end. And it's interesting that you can kind of watch it in a different order.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I love that. I didn't know that, that could be something that could be brought to the table when you're watching a film.
Yeah.
But my favorite saga has to be, or franchise, Harry Potter. Just because, like, my entire family enjoyed the characters. My youngest sister was the one that introduced to everybody because she read the books, and then she found out that they were making films. We went to the Harry Potter amusement park, I think in California. And the experience there was just unreal. Like, you felt like you were there at Hogwarts, We had butterbeer. Like, it was, I think she bought a wand. Like, it was.
What?
I enjoy the Harry Potter movies.
You actually introduced me to that because I only watched, like, Prisoner of Azkaban and...
It was, like, here and there.
Yeah, exactly. And when I watched it through its entirety with you, I was just like... oh no, like my perception of characters were wrong. The way the story was taken was so beautiful. When characters were killed off, I was like, no. But overall, yeah, I have to say it was an absolutely like fantastic trilogy. I absolutely loved it. But yeah, I think the first trilogy that I was ever really introduced to was probably
Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah. But right now, my current, one of my favorite ones that I can just like watch over and over and not really get tired of is John Wick. Keanu Reeves did a fantastic job. Well, I mean, obviously it's not just him acting, but when it comes to movies, it's much more than just acting. There's directing, there's producing, the people on set that are in control of the lighting, the costume design, like the set design. There's so much that comes to making a movie, and I think that entire team absolutely nailed it with John Wick. And Keanu Reeves, looking behind the scenes, the amount of immense training he did, not just in martial arts, but in firearms, really shows and pays off in the films. Like, Keanu Reeves is so good.
I'm surprised we didn't say Keanu Reeves.
He's my number 4. I didn't say top 5. I said top 3.
I think he's in my top 3. I love Keanu Reeves. I love Keanu Reeves.
Matrix is a good trilogy.
Matrix.
That's a good trilogy.
John Wick.
I'm excited to see the new Matrix that's coming out. It's gonna be good. I already know. But I wouldn't say that one's one of my favorites. That one's also really cheesy. But
Matrix?
I think, yeah.
Why is different though.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
super
that it's
different.
different. Yeah.
But yeah, one of my first trilogies is Star Wars, and my favorite is probably John Wick right now.
Nice.
But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We're going to sign off at 45 minutes today. We went a little over because, we wanted to indulge in
It's kind of
films.
sporadic.
Yeah. We wanted to talk about short films, we decided to stick to feature films and talk about short films on a different episode and sort of further expand, because I feel like that's a whole separate genre that could definitely use its own episode,
Oh, yeah.
But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Still enjoy this gloomy Chicago weather. And, we'll see you on Tuesday where we talk about...
What's the next?
Where we talk about
Painting.
painting. Super excited.
Ooh.
Yeah, 'cause we have some ideas rolling in for next week's episode. But
yeah, let us know some of your recommendations about movies. Let us know what you think about the movies that we've mentioned. Did you like it?
What are some of your favorite actors and actresses?
Yes. We're always up for recommendations ourselves. I mean, we've been watching a lot of movies recently. Now that we have a little bit more time to be at home,
working from home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was today's episode of Mixed Media, episode 12. We're your hosts, live with Enrique.
Ariana Villalon.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Peace.